Welcome back. So this is the second video from this lesson, shares and dividends. In the previous video I have discussed about the concept of shares and dividend, the meaning of share, the meaning of dividend, and the different terms that are used in this particular lesson when it is given in the form of a question. What is face value or nominal value, okay, or the catalog value, what is market value, what is rate of dividend, what is rate of return, annual income, investment, and all the formulas were discussed in the previous video. If any one of you have missed that video, please do watch that video completely so that you get an idea of the concepts of shares and dividends. The link is in the description below. So let's get started with today's video. So let's go to the first question. The first question is, Kirti invested 12,500 in shares of a company paying 6% dividend per annum. Reading the question is very important. Kirti invested 12,500 in shares of a company. What is this 12,500? 12,500 is the investment, paying 6% dividend. D percent is 6%. If she bought rupees 50 shares for rupees 62.50, which means the face value is 50, market value is 62.50, find her income from the investment. Find her income means it's the annual income that is asked to find, or annual dividend that is asked to find. So the data is written here. 12,500 is the investment, D percent is 6%, face value is 50, market value is 62.50. So let's solve this. I'm scrolling up a little bit. So basically it's, since the, let me select the pen first, fine color, okay. Now since the investment is given and the market value is directly given, because we learnt in the previous video what does the market value change, rather how does the market value change when there is a premium, that is above par, when it is a discount it is below par, and at par the market value is same as the face value. Sometimes they don't directly give the market value, but in this question the market value is directly given. So we can happily find the number of shares. The number of shares is equal to investment by market value. Investment is 12,500 by market value 62.50. Children, one point I want to stress on: if you are getting a decimal value when you are finding some amount, that is if you are getting in decimal value when you are finding some amount, ensure you write in two places of decimal. Ensure you write in two places of decimal. If you write, say for example 62.5, there is a high chance for you to lose your mark if this is your final answer. So please make it a habit of writing two places of decimal when it is the price, when it is an amount of certain article or cost of anything whatsoever. If it is amount, ensure you give your answer in two places of decimal in case you get your decimal answer. So this 12,500 by 62, the number of shares if you calculate comes as 200 rupees. Now they are asking us to find her income. Her income is her annual income. So first let us again recollect what is annual income formula. Annual income formula is number of shares into D per share. We got the number of shares. Now we will find the D per share. So D per share is D percent of FV. D percent of FV is 6% of 50 rupees. 50 by 100 is 1 by 2. 6 by 2 is 3. So D per share is rupees 3. Now what will be her annual income? Her annual income is equal to number of shares, which is 200, into D per share, which is 3, which makes it 600. Okay. So the annual income is 600. It's a simple straight question, direct. So we always have to start from simple questions, get the concepts clear in your mind, then we can build up to the level of questions. If you know your concepts very clearly, you will be able to do any kind of sum. Remember, maths is not about solving this sum from that book, that sum from this book. You have to understand, every sum will be different, but the concept behind that sum will be the same. So, understand the concepts clearly, get it clear in your mind, and then maths is super duper easy. Okay. So, let us see the solution. So, this is the solution. Number of shares bought is sum invested is nothing but investment, and the rest is the same. So, let us go to the next question now. Okay. So, in this question it is given that Ronnie buys rupees 100 shares at rupees 20 premium. Remember children, in the previous question I told you, not always the market value will be directly given. In this question it showed up. Ronnie buys rupees 100 shares at rupees 20 premium. Now what does a rupees 20 premium mean? It means that the market value is 20 more than the face value. Market value is 20 more than the face value, paying 15% dividend. The dividend percentage is 15%. Find the market value of 600 shares. Indirectly asked, what is the investment? Okay. Annual income and his percentage income. Percentage income means rate of return. So, let us start doing this. Okay. So, now first of all, to know the market value of 600 shares, we should know the market value. What will be the market value children? Market value is 100 plus 20, which is equal to rupees 120. I am just doing it here because it is pretty simple. Market value of 600 shares is equal to 6 isn't clear. Let me rewrite it for you all. Okay. There is some buffering, no worries. So, market value of 600 shares is equal to 600 into 120, number of shares into market value of each share, that makes it 72000. Okay, 72,000. Now, annual income. To find annual income, the formula is annual income is equal to number into D per share. Number we already know, we have to find D per share. So, what is D per share? D per share is D percent of face value, 15% of 100, which is equal to 15 rupees. So, what will be the annual income? Annual income is equal to number of shares, which is 600, into D per share, which is 15, that makes it rupees 9,000. So, the market value of 600 shares is 72,000, annual income is 9,000. Now, the last part, his percentage income. His percentage income, remember I told you all there is a very easy simple formula to find the percentage income, that is R percent into MV is equal to D percent into FV, R percent into MV. So, this R percent is unknown into MV, MV is 120, D percentage is 15% and FV is 100. Okay. Children, at this point I want to tell you all something. Please remember not to write by 100 for one side of the equation. What I mean to, I will scroll up a little bit so that we get some space. Yeah, this much is enough. So, if you are writing R by 100 here, ensure you write 15 by 100 here. But most of the students write 15 by 100 but leave this as R percent. So, the entire answer totally goes wrong. That is why I suggest you all do not show this percentage at all. Forget about that there is a percentage here. Don't show any percentage here. So, let us rewrite this now without the percentage, because if you are writing the percentage, you may forget and write it for one side, and if you leave it on the other side, it's all done. So write it R, D percent is 15, okay. 15 into 100 by 120, 0 gets cancelled. So it is 150 by 12, which makes R percent is equal to 12.5%. Only one important point to remember here is that you will not write percent only to one side. So keep it in your mind, let us not write percent at all. You will get the right answer and you will get all your marks if you adopt this method. Okay. Why? Because for rate of return there are various formulae. Let's recollect those formulae also. Why should we keep it aside? It is, what is the rate of return? Your income by your investment into 100. Also, if you split it up, income is nothing but D per share into number of shares. Investment is number of shares into market value. So also you can use the formula as D per share by market value into 100, but I suggest this is the simplest formula to use to get the correct answer and get all your marks as well. So see the solution. So this is the solution. The market value is 120 for one share. For 600 shares it is 72,000. D per share is 15 rupees and the number of annual income is 9,000 rupees and your rate of return is 12.5. This question, it's given a man bought 500 shares each of face value rupees 10 of a certain business concern and during the first year after purchase received 400 as dividend on his shares. Find the rate of dividend. So finding the rate of dividend is finding the percent, and you know number of shares, annual dividend and the face value. It's a very basic simple question. So annual income, what is the formula for annual income? Annual income is equal to number of shares, N and O got merged. I will rewrite it if you, okay. So it is number of shares into D per share. Now what is this D per share again? Let us fill in the data now. Annual income is 400, number of shares is 500, D per share is D percent, D by 100 into FV into 10. Now if we simplify, these two zeros and these two zeros get cancelled, this 0 and this 0 gets cancelled. So we have D is equal to 40 by 5, that's equal to 8%. This is the dividend percent, a very simple sum. I need not explain it again also, that simple it is. Let's see the solution. So maybe the working pattern is different while cancellation, but it's the same thing. D percent is 8%. Let's move on to the next problem. Yeah. A man invests 22,550 shares available at 10% discount. Now we found a sum with premium, we found a sum with premium percent. Now this question is with discount, and it is not just discount, it is discount percent, which means the market value is less than the face value and you have to convert that percentage to number. The dividend paid by the company is 12%, calculate number of shares and annual dividend received. So investment is 22,500, face value is rupees 50, discount is 10%. What will be the market value? Market value is 50 minus 10% of 50. 50 minus 10% of 50 becomes how much, children? Cancel this 0, this 0, this 0, this 0. 50 minus 5, which is 45 rupees. Also, you can do it directly as 90 by 100 into 50, which is also 45 rupees. So whether you choose this way or this way, you get the same value for the market. You should get the same value for the market value, otherwise we have made some mistake. Now, so get going with the sum. The number of shares. Number of shares is investment 22,500 by the market value which is 45. So 22, 2 to 5, 45 goes in 5 times. So the number of shares is 500. Okay. So we found the number of shares and you have to find the annual dividend. Let's go up a little. Okay. So now annual dividend, to get the annual dividend, first we have to find D per share. So D per share is equal to 12% of 50. What is 12% of 50? It is 12 by 100 into 50, which is 12 by 2, that is rupees 6. Now what will be the annual income? Annual income is equal to number of shares 500 into 6, which is equal to 3000 rupees. This is the annual income. This is also a simple question, children, except to the fact that you should know how to calculate the market value. Other than that, it's too simple formula. Okay, see the solution. So yeah, since the man invests in 50 shares, market value is 45, number of shares is 500, and then your annual income is 3000 rupees. So let's see one more numerical or one more problem. This will be the last sum that we will be doing in this video. Okay. So in this question it is given a man purchased 600 shares. So the number of shares is 600. Face value is 40 at par. Here the keyword is at par. At par means the face value and market value are the same. The annual dividend is 1680. Here also they are asking us to find the D percent. So we know number of shares, we know the market value, we know the face value, and we have to find the D percent. So what is the formula for annual dividend? Annual dividend is equal to number of shares into D per share. Into D per share is D percent of FV. FV is 40 rupees. So 0, 0 gets cancelled. This 0 and this 0 gets cancelled. D is equal to 168 by 6 into 4, which makes it 7%. So let's do one more numerical. This is the last for this video. In this it is given that a man purchases 600 shares of face value rupees 40 at par. If the dividend is 1680 received at the end of the year, find the rate of dividend. So in this question also, the pen is not set. Okay. So in this question also, color also changed. Okay. In this question also, you are asked to find the D percent. Now, at par means the market value is also 40. In case if the investment is asked, then you can find 600 into 40, which is 24,000. But for this question, the market value does not have any importance as such for this question. Now, let's do the sum. What is the formula for annual dividend or annual income? Annual dividend or annual income is equal to the number of shares 600 into D per share. So what is this D per share now? That is equal to 600 into D percent, D by 100 into face value, which is 40. So if we cancel this 0 and 0, you will end this 0 and this 0. We have 168 by 24, which is 7 times 24 into 7 is 168. So D percent is equal to 7%. A very, very, very simple sum. And so let's see the solution. So here the working is shown in a different way. You can adopt any way to find the solution. So that comes to the end of this class. Now, hope you have understood the concepts of shares and dividend, plus now you are able to solve sums by your own. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share.